Today I wanted to talk about the case of Tatiana Dugger, an 18-year-old who has been missing since January of 2021. This case is exactly a month old, so it's very new, but the details are troubling, so let's just go ahead and get started. So 18-year-old Tatiana Sunshine Dugger was last seen on late Friday night or early Saturday morning on January 9th, 2021 at around 2 a.m. Later the same day, her family reported her as missing to the Oakland Police Department. Prior to her disappearance, Tatiana, who was originally from Orville, California, was on a trip to East Oakland with a man named Marcos, who also goes by Trap. The pair had left Orville on New Year's Eve and had been staying at the Westwind Lodge in Oakland for about a week before she disappeared. According to Savannah Morano, Tatiana's sister, the family spoke to Tatiana at least once a day, which is why it was so out of the ordinary when they couldn't get a hold of her after January 8th. After a missing persons report was filed, Oakland police did a welfare check at the motel and have stated that there were no signs of kidnapping or foul play. There was also no evidence that Tatiana was being held there against her will. Despite all of this, Tatiana's belongings were found at the motel, and I've seen mixed reports about her car, a Honda Accord. Some articles state that the car was found still at the motel that she was staying at, but others claim that it was found in Sacramento, which is about an hour and a half away from where she was staying. But regardless, the point is that Tatiana was not found with her vehicle, and she didn't have her vehicle with her. From what I've gathered, Tatiana was last seen at around 2 a.m. Around International Blvd and 21st Street in East Oakland that night, which is approximately 13 minutes away from the motel that they were staying at. And I'm not exactly sure what Tatiana was doing here and whether she was alone or not. These details haven't been released from as far as I can tell. But it's believed that she never made it back to her motel. Since that morning of January 9th, Tatiana's phone has gone directly to voicemail, and she's not been active on any of her social media accounts, which I feel like, since they've made a point of this in every article that I've read, is unusual for her. She is an 18-year-old girl, and from what I can tell, she has been active on social media, and for her age, it is unusual to be inactive on social media for this long. It's been, like I said, exactly a month. So when it comes to theories, it makes sense to look at who Tatiana was last with, which in this case was Marcos. According to the family, they don't know much about Marcos, but they admit that Tatiana, of course, she's a teenager, and she could have just not shared too much about him and about her relationship with him. Could an incident have occurred with Tatiana and Marcos at the motel that led Tatiana to feel panicked or maybe unsafe and leave without her belongings? It's also possible that Tatiana may have been intoxicated or under the influence and therefore was not able to operate her vehicle, which is why her vehicle was possibly left at the hotel or why it wasn't found with her. Could a fight or other incident have caused Tatiana to leave on foot? Would Marcos follow her to make sure she's okay or for another reason? If Tatiana's car was found in Sacramento, like some articles have reported, how did it get there if she was last seen in Oakland? This makes me wonder if somebody else like Marcos drove it, or if it wasn't somebody else. How did it end up there? And since Marcos was the last person with Tatiana when she disappeared, or the last person that she was staying with, investigators have obviously spoken to him, and I believe he claims that he is searching for Tatiana as well, and he doesn't know where she is or what happened to her. And I'm sure investigators are looking through their call logs or any relevant call logs or CCTV and any other pieces of information to paint a picture of their relationship and an accurate timeline of that night, and just a picture of who Marcos is to see if they can rule him out or to see if he really didn't have any involvement with Tatiana's disappearance. But that's the first theory, that he was involved with this in some way. But another theory is that Tatiana could be a victim of trafficking. So California has the highest rate of human trafficking, with Oakland being a hot spot. I'm going to put a picture, I'm going to insert it into the video, of a map of California and where the hubs are, and Oakland is a big one. I'm not sure why Tatiana was in Oakland. It's not exactly a destination for vacation, especially for California residents. And especially during these times with the current affairs of the world, again, nothing is open. I've said this in previous videos, but she went right around New Year's Eve, and it's not like she'd went for a few days. She had been there for a week by now. But I wonder if she was sold some sort of scheme to make money or help someone else make money, which landed her in a compromising situation that ultimately led to her disappearance. If this was the case, however, someone, if not multiple people, have to know something about her whereabouts, and there should be some trail that sort of led to planning this. Could Tatiana have been tricked into trafficking by someone else, maybe that she trusted? Maybe she was sold on getting a job or making quick cash, and then it led to this. And along the lines of trafficking, it's always possible that she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like I mentioned, Oakland is a hub for trafficking, and unfortunately, Tatiana, she's a beautiful young woman, and she may have just been randomly chosen and taken. I've read stories about people in Oakland while doing research just driving and seeing random women just picked off the sidewalks. So you never know. Another theory is that Tatiana left willingly. However, Tatiana's mother spoke to her for about an hour on January 7th and said that everything seemed normal. I also don't believe that Tatiana would leave without her phone, or at least her car, even if she was going to go start a new life somewhere. And at this point, it's been about a month, and I believe that she would have at least contacted her family by now to let them know that she's safe, especially with all the media and everything that's coming of this case. Like I'd mentioned previously, she spoke to her family at least once a day, so she was close to them. I believe she would have at least let them know that she's okay, even if she did want to start a new life, so I don't give this theory much thought. Tatiana is 5'6" and weighs approximately 130 to 135 pounds. She has dark brown hair with a red tint at the ends. Her eyes are brown, and she's usually seen wearing big fake eyelashes. If you see her or have any information about her whereabouts, you're asked to call the number down in the description below. Tatiana's birthday is tomorrow, February 10th, and she will be 19 years old. That's so young. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. But I hope that someone comes forward and that Tatiana is able to come back to her family and friends. I'm thinking of them. I'm thinking of Tatiana. But that's all I have for this video. As always, I'll leave my sources and any relevant information down in the description below. But thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.